I have a particular interest in financial matters for women over 40. And not just because I am one, but because it is my mission to see more women over 40 becoming financially free money bosses. And whether you, like me, got started later rather than sooner, or maybe have been making sensible money moves up to this point, there are still some important things we should make sure we get on top of during this decade. Watch the video to find out what they are. Hi there, welcome to my channel, where we talk money and having more of it. In this video, we're going to take a look at the smart money moves we should be making in our 40s, or at any age for that matter. Let's take a look. The first important thing to get on top of is having an effective money management scheme. And this is the first step to being good with money. It's having a grip on what is coming into your bank account and what is going out. Budgeting software such as You Need a Budget or Money Dashboard in the UK, as well as smart bank accounts such as those offered by the more online banks such as Starling, where you can basically analyze what money is coming in and have it automatically distributed to the pots that you would like it to go into. For example, your monthly spend, your saving for your fun times, your saving for your investing and such. When you have an effective money management scheme, things like birthdays and Christmas don't come as a surprise because you've planned for them. And ironically, all this planning gives you the ability to be way more flexible in your finances while making sure you are directing your money to work towards your goals. The second thing to have is an emergency FU fund. Now, one thing we are guaranteed of in our 40s is there will be no shortage of emergencies. And you ideally want a cash buffer to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. If you haven't already got an emergency fund, start now by getting at least 1 month together. This puts you on the path to no longer living paycheck to paycheck and gives you the flexibility to show your finger to the big challenges that will come your way. Be sure to keep your emergency fund topped up and ready to support you when you need it. The third thing you can do in your 40s is pay down high interest rate debt. And this is one of the most important things you can do for your current and future financial stability, because this debt is literally holding you back. It is using the power of compounding to suck the money out of your future. And yes, I know this sounds hugely dramatic, but it is 100% true. Listen to this shocking example. If you had £1,000 of credit card debt with an annual interest rate of 19%, and I know that sounds excessive, but that is the interest rate on your unpaid balance on your credit card. And let's assume you are paying the minimum £25 per month. It would take you 18.5 years to repay the debt, and you will have been charged, wait for it, £1,271 in interest. Now, if you just increased your payment to £100 per month, you would be able to pay off this debt in 11 months, and you would save yourself £1,182 in interest. Unbelievable, but true. The fourth thing to get on top of in your 40s and to start bridging is the gap between what you want in retirement versus what you may have. And according to a 2020 study by YouGov and Irwin Mitchell law firm, 33% of women in their 40s don't have a retirement plan. And only 22% of women in this age group know how much money they're going to need in retirement to live on per month and know what size nest egg is likely to give them this amount. So if you have a workplace pension, but you don't really know much about it, speak to your HR at your employer. Check how the plan is doing and how much you are estimated to have in retirement and how much income this will provide per month, and assess whether that is going to be sufficient for you. If you are self-employed and don't have a pension, open one now and start saving. Through the pension, you get a government tax relief by way of an add back into the pension or the tax you have paid on your contribution, and this will speed up the growth in your nest egg. It's also helpful to know what size nest egg you're going to need as well. Now, I like the pension calculator on Nutmeg, the Robo-Advisor platform, and I'll include the link in the note below. But based on how much income you will want per year in retirement, and some experts, as a rule of thumb, say you should assume that you'll need about 80% of what your current income is, it will give you an amount you need to save to get the amount you require per month. So in other words, you'll put in how much you require per month, you'll put in at what age you'd like to retire, and you'd put in what kind of investment return you can expect, and out will pop the nest egg you require to achieve it. Furthermore, the app will give you the amount you need to save per month to reach that nest egg that you are going to require at retirement. Now, if it seems very big and very daunting, don't panic. The idea is that you start with what you have now and you start building on that figure. And the point of knowing it is you can start making plans for how you can grow it in other ways. Maybe starting a side hustle, maybe asking for a salary increase, or identifying how else you can save more and increase your contribution to your pension every month. The next thing to get on top of is planning to be spontaneous. Reaching our 40s is a milestone to be celebrated, and who wants to live out this decade in deprivation? Not me. But neither do we want to live out our retirement in this state. So what's to be done? Plan for the fun. So instead of always jumping in with your eyes closed and holding your breath because you know you can't afford it, or potentially just foregoing it because you don't have the money, include the fun times in your budget and start saving for them. That way, when the opportunities come, and you know they will, you can happily join in the fun, guilt and debt-free, and still saving for your future. Finally, cross your I's and dot your T's. 40 means we are real grown-ups, and we need to do grown-up things like get our documents in order. If you haven't already, get a will drawn up, and this is especially relevant if you have dependents who may need taking care of. Get a file together of all your important financial details, your bank accounts, your pension, your investments, your passwords, and such, and make sure that the relevant people know how to access it. Finally, make sure you have adequate insurances in place to protect yourself in the event that you can't work, and also to protect your assets and your dependents. That, in a nutshell, are the things to take care of in your 40s or at any age. Now, our 40s is a great time to do a financial health check. So pop down to the notes below and take the financial intelligence quiz to see where you are. If you like this video, let me know by liking it and share it with any other ladies who are ready to change their financial story. For financial education and money talk designed for women, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell to be notified of when I post a new video. Thank you so much for listening to this video.